Hi everyone and welcome to Book Week. My name is Anthony Potts. I am an author of several books. I'm going to talk to you mainly about these books. This is called Eye on the Ball and there is the follow-up book called Star on the Rise. Both of these books are about someone called Liam Osborne, who is he's like 16 at the start of the books and he's desperate to become a professional footballer. It's been his dream for forever basically. And the whole series of books, they follow his journey as he has his adventures and finds problems and deals with things that's happened along the way. So if you want to find out what happens to him, these might be the books for you. But obviously with Book Week, all I would encourage you to do is get yourself out there, get some books, find an author that you really enjoy reading, because reading is such a wonderful thing to do. You just lose yourself in a book and go to a completely new place. What inspired me to write my book? When I was your age, I loved three things when I was at school. I loved to write, I loved to read, and I loved to play football. But what I found was when I went to go and get a book to read, I couldn't find any storybooks about football. They were all non-fiction books, always books about facts about football and information about teams. But I went to read some stories about football and lose myself in that world because that's where I wanted to be. But there were no books. So then when I left school, I was fortunate enough to become a professional footballer. I went with Tottenham Hotspur. Don't let that... Don't judge me for that reason, playing for Tottenham if you're not a Tottenham fan. But yeah, I went to Tottenham, and what it meant was I got loads of stories that I could now write about. I found out so much about what happens behind the scenes at a football club, and kind of that inside information meant that I felt I was in a good position to write the book. And then eventually when I had a little bit of time, I managed to get these books down and I'm selling them now. So if you do want them, they're available on Amazon. The writing process, I'm sure it's different for most people. For me, first of all, I start with a plan, a rough idea of what I want to do. I then do a timeline, so I know what order everything's happening, when it's happening, fit it in. Very important as well, because I'm doing a sports book, so it has to follow the season. So I have to make sure that it fits in with the dates of when things happen in the season, and the matches that get played and all those kind of things. But whatever story you're writing, you still need some sort of an idea of how long it takes and when it happens and where it happens, so you'll need to write some sort of a plan. I also do a little bit on the characters in the book, so I sort of know where they came from, where they're going to and how they fit into the story. So I do a little bit of a character map to sort of give a little bit more information to myself, so when I write it I feel like I really know who I'm writing about. Then comes the bit I enjoy the most, it's just getting everything down on paper. Don't worry about too much about your sentence structure, don't worry too much about making mistakes, just get everything down on the page, get your story out there, be creative, take risks and try and get the best story you possibly can. The final stage is the hardest part. When you finish, you just feel like that's it, I'm done, I don't want to write another thing. But unfortunately, you have to read back through your work, you have to edit it, you have to change it, you have to get someone else to look at it, you have to get them to find mistakes, and you just really want to polish it and make it the best piece of writing possible. At this stage, you might even find you just rewrite some whole sections of your story. But in the end, it is worth it, because the story you get at the end compared to the story you get when you just first wrote it is completely different and so much better. So the writing process is so important for that reason. And then it's just getting your story out there. There's so many ways that you can do it. Even at your age, you can get it published on Amazon, you can share it, you can print it, you can send it via all the social media things. So it's a great opportunity for you. If you do enjoy writing, it's a great chance for you to do it. So, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed Book Week. And like I say, get yourself out there. Find an author that you're going to really enjoy, because that's sometimes the best way. When I was a child, I had lots of favourite books. I quite liked the Enid Blyton books. I quite liked adventure type books as well. But the ones I enjoyed the most were things like Asterix and Tintin, because they had the artwork that I really enjoyed watching as well as reading the stories. And even now, if I see an Asterix book, I can't help but getting it and reading it and looking at all the fantastic pictures. Okay, so goodbye from me and enjoy Book Week.